Hello again and welcome back to Homeschooling Mama. I'm the mother of five and I homeschool two high schoolers, one middle schooler, and two elementary school children. And I have been homeschooling all of their life. I also have been for many years now overcoming and conquering sickness and disease in my body. And I am here to just talk to you and share with you some of the things that we have learned homeschooling during that entire time of battling sickness and disease, in the hopes that something that I share with you will help you. If you are dealing with illness in your body and still homeschooling, I want you to know it's possible and you can do it and you can have a great homeschooling. It could be a great experience for you as well as your children. It is for me and mine. Homeschooling children while you're fighting health issues is not easy. It's really hard, and it's not just hard for you, it's hard for the children as well. Not so much just because they're homeschooling, but it's more because their parent is going through something, which means they have a lot of responsibilities that a lot of other children may not have, and they deal with a lot of different things that other children may not deal with. And there's a lot of emotions that come with that. And it's very heavy and it's very weighty. And a lot of times when you have health issues in your body, there are seasons where you're not able to go out and do the things that you want to do. And sometimes you may start doing things with your children and having a good time and you're not able to finish it because your body just won't allow you to do it. So I think because of the situation that you're going through and because of the intensity and the weight of health issues, it is very important to have a fun homeschool. Now, I do have, I guess what you would call traditional homeschooling, in the sense that we do have certain subjects that we cover. We do have a certain amount that we try to get done in each day, and we do sit at a table and do book learning, but that is not all that we do. I try to break out from just traditional all the time, and that's just because that's how my family are. We're just not fully traditional. We like to have a lot of fun. So I have always been a very interactive mom, a very hands-on mom. I like to do a lot of things with my children, and so even though I'm going through, and I have been going through health issues, I try to keep as much of who I am real for my family. So what we do is we have a fun homeschool. We do a lot of documentaries and things like that. We do a lot of learning with videos, that kind of way. We do a lot of library. We go to the public library a lot. We have a library in our home as well. But what we also do is in the times when I'm doing well and I'm feeling good and I'm able to go out, we look up and see what's going on in the city that deals with what we're learning about. And then we'll go and we'll utilize those things and have an adventure and go out and see it. We also do a lot of walks. Sometimes if the weather is good, we'll throw a pallet outside in the grass and we'll sit outside and do our homework outside. We try to do things non-conventionally. Sometimes we'll do it at the park if I'm able to, but we add in a lot of art. We do a lot of art projects. We do a lot of experiments, and those are basically if we're learning something, and there's something that we can go with that and add a project to it, we will. But if the children ask a question, they come across something in life that they find is interesting, we'll pursue it. We will watch everything we can watch on it, try experiments with it, do all the things that we can do with whatever they're learning. And that is not just primarily how we learn, that's added on to our regular school book and our school work, and the things that we do. Every Friday in our family is Test Friday. That's when we go and we do our spelling test and we kind of quiz on the different things that we're doing. But we make Fridays fun Fridays. They have always been fun Fridays in our homeschool. And what we do is we do our test, but I have what is called a grab bag. It's a box actually right now. It used to be a bag, but it's a box. And you go to the dollar store, you just pick up a lot of little different things, snacks, pencils, erasers, things the kids like, and shoelaces, yo-yos, and you throw them in there. And whoever gets 100 on all of their quizzes and their tests, they get to put their hand in a grab bag. We also do it for whoever has been doing well in school. There was a season when things were really hard for me and my children. Some of them were having a harder time dealing with what was going on with my body than others, and they were not sitting still and doing well or even trying to do any homework if I wasn't sitting there with them. They were having a real response to the things that were going on in our life at that time. And so I use the grab bag as well to help them to stay focused. So once a week, one on Friday, I choose the student or the child, my children, whoever has shown an exemplary work ethic during that week and behavior during that week, they get to pull in the grab bag. And so that helped my younger children that were having some real issues with the things that were going on and not really working well with school. That helped them to get more involved in school, to get their behavior, and to also to get them motivated to do the things that they needed to do for school. And they get to put their hand in a grab bag. They don't get to look. They get, we give them 5 seconds or 7 seconds. We count. They put their hand in the bag, fill around whatever they want, whatever they pull out, they get to get. But we play a lot of games. We play a lot of learning games. We make up a lot of learning games. I don't go out and purchase a lot of games to play with the kids, but we do create our own game. And Friday is math bingo, and everybody sits down and we play math bingo. It helps the younger ones with the math levels that they're on, and the older ones with the math level that they're on. And the winner of that also gets to go in the grab bag. So we try to make it as fun as possible, as active and interactive as possible. And we tend to dive into the things that they seem to be interested in or that they want to know. And then when we do that, it usually somehow ties back into whatever we're learning. And so it works out great. But I would encourage you to find different ways to make your homeschool a jovial homeschool, because these kids have a lot on them as it is. So sometimes during the week, it's okay to have a relaxed day where it's not as intense and not as hard as other days. And I think that really works well. And sometimes when you see that your children are really stressing out, things are not going well, it's okay to take a break in the middle of the day, pick it up later on, or just let it go for the day. I hope that was helpful to you. Those are the things that we have done to find that it helped our family to make it through homeschooling while we have been fighting sickness and disease. Remember, in all things do you, because your family dynamic is different from my family dynamic, and what works for you may not work for me, but we can learn from each other and get ideas to help progress ourselves further in this walk. Thank you all for watching. Until next week, bye.